Writing. Have you ever felt trapped inside your own mind? You want to take the first step toward your dream, but your thoughts keep whispering, what if you fail? What if you're not good enough? Before you even move, your overthinking has already defeated you. The greatest battles are not fought with fists. They are fought in silence, inside the human mind. Bruce Lee once showed the world that true strength does not come from muscles alone. It comes from mastering yourself. If you cannot control your mind will control you. Today, this story may change the way you look at fear, doubt, and the endless voice inside your head. Before we begin, welcome to Black Belt Legacy. If stories about Kung Fu, discipline, courage, and personal growth inspire you, take a second to subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment telling us what thought you are ready to let go of today. Your support helps us continue sharing powerful stories that inspire people around the world. Now, let's begin. There was once a young man named Ethan who dreamed of becoming strong. Not because he wanted to fight people, but because he was tired of feeling weak inside. Every day he imagined living with confidence, speaking without fear, and facing challenges without running away. But every time he tried to change, his own thoughts stopped him. What if I embarrass myself? What if people laugh at me? What if I fail? Those questions followed him everywhere. They were louder than any voice around him. One afternoon, Ethan walked past a small kung fu school hidden between old buildings. He heard the sound of wooden staff striking the floor and students practicing with calm determination. An elderly master stood quietly, watching every movement with peaceful eyes. Something inside Ethan pulled him toward that place. The old master smiled and asked, "Why are you here?" Ethan answered honestly, "I want confidence." The master shook his head gently. "No. You want freedom." Those words stayed with Ethan. Training began the next morning. To Ethan's surprise, the master did not teach flying kicks or dramatic punches. Instead, he told Ethan to stand completely still. Minutes passed. His legs hurt. His shoulders became stiff. His mind screamed, "This is pointless. I can't do this. I should quit." Finally, the master spoke. "Do you hear that voice?" Ethan nodded. "Good," the master said. "Now stop obeying it." Ethan looked confused. The master smiled. "Your mind creates thousands of thoughts every day. Not every thought deserves your obedience." Those words changed everything. Every morning, Ethan returned. Some days he practiced the same simple punch hundreds of times. Some days he practiced breathing. Some days he practiced balance. Every exercise had one hidden purpose. Not building stronger muscles. Building a stronger mind. One afternoon, Ethan became frustrated. "I've been here for months," he said. "I'm still not great." The master picked up a cup of water. He stirred the water with his finger until it became cloudy. "Can you see your reflection?" "No," Ethan answered. The master waited. Slowly, the water became still again. "What about now?" "I can see myself." The master nodded. Your mind is exactly the same. When it is filled with fear, worry, and overthinking, you cannot see clearly. Calm your mind first. Then your path becomes obvious. From that day forward, Ethan stopped trying to fight every negative thought. Instead, he noticed them. He let them pass. He focused on the next breath. The next movement. The next step. Little by little, the voice of fear became quieter. Months later, the master invited Ethan to spar with another student. Immediately, the old fears returned. What if I lose? What if everyone watches me fail? The master looked into Ethan's eyes. You are listening to the wrong teacher. The wrong teacher? Fear has been teaching you your whole life. The match began. Ethan was nervous. He stumbled. He missed his first strike. But something different happened. Instead of panicking, he remembered his breathing. He became calm. His movements became smooth. For the first time in his life, he was no longer fighting his opponent. He was fighting his own fear. When the match ended, Ethan had not won. But he had not lost either. The master smiled proudly. Today, you defeated the strongest enemy. Ethan looked around. There was only one opponent. The master shook his head. No. Your opponent was the voice inside your own mind. Years passed. Ethan continued practicing kung fu. People who met him assumed confidence had come naturally. They never saw the mornings filled with doubt. The countless failures. The days he wanted to quit. The invisible battles no one applauds. Eventually, Ethan became a teacher himself. Young students came to him asking the same question he once asked. How do I become stronger? He smiled exactly the way his master once smiled. You do not become stronger by defeating other people. You become stronger every time you stop obeying fear. One day, a nervous little boy entered the school. He reminded Ethan of himself. The boy whispered, "I'm scared I'll never be good enough." Ethan placed a hand on the child's shoulder. So was I. The boy looked surprised. You? Every single day. The child asked, then how did you stop being afraid? Ethan smiled. I didn't. The boy looked confused. I simply stopped letting fear make my decisions. The room became silent. The lesson was bigger than kung fu. Life will always bring uncertainty. Your mind will always imagine failure before success. It will tell you to wait. To hide. To avoid risk. To stay comfortable. But comfort has never built courage. Every champion. Every artist. Every entrepreneur. Every great leader has heard the same fearful voice. The difference is simple. They refuse to obey it. Bruce Lee believed that real mastery begins within. A powerful punch means nothing if your mind is weak. Real kung fu is not just about fighting. It is about patience, discipline, humility, focus, and the courage to face yourself every single day. The next time your mind tells you that you're too old, too young, too weak, or too late, remember Ethan standing in silence while his thoughts screamed at him to quit. Remember the still water that reflected the truth only after it became calm. And remember that every great journey begins with one brave step taken despite fear. Your thoughts are not your master. Fear is not your future. Overthinking is not your identity. The strongest warrior is not the one who never feels afraid. The strongest warrior is the one who keeps moving forward anyway. So today, take that first step. Trust yourself. Quiet the noise inside your mind. Let discipline become your guide and kung fu become more than a martial art. Let it become a way of living with courage, wisdom, respect, and peace. Share this message with someone who needs hope today, because one calm mind can inspire another, and together we can spread the true spirit of kung fu to the world.